from RTO here. Welcome to Pick and Mix. Well, we do mix it up on a Thursday, and this week it is a trip down memory lane, which means we're looking at the UK top 10 on this day in 1956. And back in 1956, the 18th of April was a Wednesday. We had a leap year back in 1956, and if you was born then, your generation is a baby boomer even. Your star sign is Aries, and it's the Chinese zodiac sign, year of the monkey. So if it is your birthday today, happy birthday. Prime Minister of the UK in 1956 was Anthony Eden. Yeah, a name that doesn't pop up too much. So I went and had a look and see what was going on this day, like for birthdays. There are two people celebrating their birthday today. One is actor Eric Roberts. He's been in quite a lot of films. Remember him in that one with Sylvester Stallone, and where he was sort of killing everybody off because he was a bomb expert. And also actor John James. If you don't know who he is, you'll recognise him because he played Jeff Colby in the Colbys and Dynasty. So they're the actual people born today. But today, born in 1971, is a Scottish actor born in Bathgate, Scotland. Known for lots of roles, but the one he always is known with, he was Doctor Who, and it's David Tennant. Probably one of my favourite Doctor Who's was David Tennant. So he was born in 1971. So are there any events taken today? Well, there are a few. Now, on this day, back in 1956, was a marriage, and I'm sure it'll be mentioned tonight as well, by Dave, and it was Grace Kelly married Prince Rainier of Monaco on this day. Well, that's the only sort of what happened in 1956. So I went back a bit, and actually today, if you live in San Francisco and you're watching this day in 1906 is a day that your city never forgot. It was the tragic San Francisco earthquake and fire that sadly nearly killed 4,000 people and destroyed 75% of the city. In 1994, former US President Tricky Dicky himself suffers a stroke and sadly passes away 4 days later. So that's enough of history. Let's have a look what was in the top 10 in this country in 1956. So at number 10, it was down one place. Jimmy Parkinson's The Great Pretender. Now, he was from Australia, and this was his biggest hit, and it had reached number 9 on its way down, of course. This was a cover of the Platter song, which was not, this version though was never released in the US. I don't know much too about Jimmy Parkinson's version. The only versions I really know are, of course, the Platters and Freddie Mercury's. It's okay. Not a fan of this version, but I do like the song. Okay, number 9, up at 2 places, we have the Dick Hayman Trio and a thing called The Theme from the Three Penny Opera. This is as far as it got in the charts. Dick Hayman from America. There's not much information about this, but it was only released here in the UK, believe it or not. It's quite pleasant, very jazzy sort of thing. Very similar sort of thing that was going on in them days. Okay, number 8, down one place for Bill Haley and his comments. See you later, alligator. In a Wild Crocodile. What a track. It's on its way down. This peaked at number 7 here in the UK and managed to get to number 6 in America. Now, I love this. I actually refer this song to Rock Around the Clock. It's a classic rock and roll. Okay, at number 7, up one place, one of the crooners, Mr. Dean Martin, and Memories Are Made of This. This is one of them songs that was released in 1955, so it took a little time to get going, but he did eventually get to know number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic. Dean Martin, what a crooner voice. This is a great song, and a lot of people have covered this, but this is probably the best. Okay, at number 6, down one place, Dave King and the Keynotes and his version of Memories Are Made of This. Now, Dave King is actually an English comedian, an actor, and one of his great roles wasn't until the film The Long Good Friday, and he played Clifford Duckworth in Coronation Street. This version reached number 5, and it was his only top 10 hit, and he released 4 singles in the 50s. Not as good as Dean's. It's alright, but Dean's was the best. At number 5 then, up one place, for Lou Bush and Zambezi. On its way up to number 2. Not too much about this, but Burt Camford did a version of it. Shadows have done it. And of course the Piranhas in 1982. It's an alright track. At number 4 we had a non-mover. Only You and You Alone, the Hilltoppers. Another Platters song in the top 10 in 1956. This reached number 3 in the UK and got to number 8 in America. I like this song, but there's only one version of it, and that's the Platters. Apart from that, it's a pretty good track. At number 3 we have a non-mover. Rock and Roll Waltz, K-Star. Big hit, number 1 in both countries. Now, I never really heard this song. It's one of them songs, you know the song, but you don't know who done it. And yeah, it's alright. Not one of my favourite songs. Okay, at number 2, last week's number 1. Almost Tomorrow by the Dreamweavers. Got to number 8 in America. I'd never heard this song. Wasn't a big song in any of our households. I've heard it and it's all right. It's not. Gets me jumping up and down for joy. So on the 18th of April it was a new number 1. It was up one place, and it was the first of 3 weeks at number 1 for Winifred Atwell and the Poor People of Paris. Her second of 2 number 1s in the UK. But she had 7 top 10 hits in the 50s. Good old Winifred Atwell. I only know this because of my great grandmother, believe it or not. She was into Winifred Atwell. It's all plinky plonky piano, basically. So yeah, that was number 1. It's amazing what was number 1. The birth of rock and roll, but before that we had these sort of plinky plonky songs at number 1. So there we go. That's your top 10 for this day in 1956. I'll be back tonight, of course, on a live stream. But if you can't join us then, well, join us tomorrow, because Friday, of course, is live album ranking, and we have got the live albums of Manchester band Elbow, and we've got 2 new album reviews to do tomorrow. The first one being the new album from Feeder, that came out a couple of weeks ago, Black and Red. It's a double album, so it took a little time to listen to. And also we are going to look at the new Blue Oyster Cult album, Ghost Stories. So a busy day tomorrow as well. So have a good day, everyone. If you're in the UK, hope you enjoy the sunshine, because it's quite bright here. So I'll see you all tonight from 8 o'clock. Bye for now.